Thanks, Swimmer. I'm Mandy Yo, this is Growmate Cook, and welcome to my garden. This week has been the changeover from winter to spring, and everything is just growing beautifully in the garden. Last week, we set ourselves the goal to be able to eat one meal a day from the garden. And I am sorry to tell you all that we have already failed. We found that without a lot of carbs or, some sort of protein like cheese or egg, the meals that we were getting from the garden, which were primarily salad, were just not satisfying. So we've already broken the goal, but it has given us a really good idea of what we need to do in order to be more sustainable. So trying it, even though it only lasted a week and was a bit here and there, has taught us some important things. And that is that we need to grow more root crops, more starchy, hearty vegetables that are going to fill us up. So what I'm going to do here is sow some beetroot. This I seed saved in August last year, and it's been a pretty good germinator, this beetroot. It's gone over and over year on year, and we've been seed saving it and then re-sowing it. I've forgotten what variety it is, but it seems to work nicely here. And all I've done is raked this soil here to a fine tilth so that it's very loose and warm. And I'm planting it in between my garlic along the edge here and where I've just sowed some peas. And so we're going to try and do things in little sections rather than all hodgepodge. And I'm hoping in this way we can create a little bit more order in the garden, but also make some sort of areas that I can rotate more easily. I'm not sowing these in lines, I'm just sort of free sprinkling it over the area, and I'll thin them if necessary. Just tease them in. Oh, pull out the weed. And I'll go give this a water. Now in this lovely warm spring weather, these guys should germinate quickly. About 8 degrees C is all they need, and we're getting constant temperatures at least 10 and 12, so they should go nice and quickly. I like to direct sow into the ground when I can. To address the other issue that we've been having, the protein issue, Mr. O and I have decided to get chickens, which means we need to start planning to build a hen house, which I think is going to be quite a big project. But if we're aiming towards a higher level of self-sufficiency, we need starchy vegetables like beetroots and potatoes, and we also need a form of protein. And just checking on the flowers here for my Siberian blueberries, and absolutely reveling in these happy little faces of the daffodils. I am so pleased that I think all of these have come up, and they are just spectacular. I've got little ones and tall ones, and the brightness and joy that these guys have brought in the last couple of days, just popping their little heads up and blooming all over the place, has just been an absolute godsend. These happy things that draw you out into the garden, these things, they somehow give you the energy of spring, I feel. Seeing all these lovely things springing up, the chamomile coming that I planted, the tulips starting. Spring is here, it's here! But I think that's probably about all we've got time for today. So if you like what we're doing, please like the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you want notifications, use the bell icon below. And until next week then, do widzenia.